So, hello. Hi, everyone. We are starting with a quick recap of place values in numbers. Okay. We are in chapter 2, which is fractions, decimals, and percentages. And precisely, we are going to look at the place value of decimal numbers. Okay, so that's what we want to see. We want to explore the place value of numbers, but in precise, we want to see the decimals. Okay, where do we put these decimals on our place value chart? So you all have learned already that you have the units house or the ones house, which is right here. Okay, and when I write a number 2, for example, you know this 2 means 2 ones. Yes or not? But if I wrote a number, say 20, instead of just 2 and I wrote it 20, to show the value of 20, I need to put a number or a digit in the ones house. My 2 doesn't sit in the ones house anymore, it moves. In fact, to the tens house. That shows you the value is now 20. 2 is different. 20 is different. Can somebody tell me how does 2 become 20? Put in the chat now. How did 2 become 20?
2 times 10.
Very good. It's the power of 10. When you take a number and multiply by 10, it moves. The place value moves. Now I'm going to start with 20 and I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to multiply with 10. What happens? 20 multiplied by 10. What happens, guys? Put in chat.
200.
What do I get? Huh?
200.
Very good. I get 200. So what's happening to my number? My number is becoming bigger in value. Yes or not? When I multiply by 10, the 2 becomes 20. The 20 can become 200. And you see the 2 is moving its place into now the hundreds house already. Yes or not? This is the hundreds house. This is how your place value system works. You are learning that the numbers become bigger as it moves to the left. Can you see that? What house comes after hundreds? You all know this, right? Yeah,
Yes.
sure. Go ahead. What house comes after hundreds?
Thousand.
Thousands. After thousands?
10,000.
10,000. Yeah, every time the house is going to be multiplied by 10. It becomes 10 times bigger, 10 times bigger, 10 times bigger, and so on. Does it end, guys? Do we have an ending to this?
No.
Yeah, we don't have an ending because numbers are infinity. Got it? Okay. So what is happening here? Numbers become bigger as they move to the left. Do you get that idea? Can you see? From 2, I multiply by 10. I multiply by 10. I'm getting a bigger number all the time. 2 becoming 20. 20 becoming 200. 200 can become 2,000 and so on. But to show your value of 20, I need to put the 0. Yes or not? If not, you wouldn't know that number is 20 in the units house. To show this is 200, I need to put 0 and 0 in the tens and the units house. To show the number 2,000, I need to put the 0 in these 3 houses. So the 0 is like a placeholder. It shows you, hey, I have a value, man. If I come behind a number, I have a value. But if I'm in front of a number, 002, does it mean anything like this? 002? Does it mean this is 2 is 200 now?
No.
No, it's just 2. Do you understand? It's just 2. Okay, coming back now to our little story here of these numbers becoming bigger as they go on to the left. Okay? My question to you, if every time we move to the left, the numbers become bigger, okay? What happens if we go in the opposite direction?
The numbers will get smaller.
Numbers become
Smaller.
smaller. That's right. Numbers will become smaller. So hold on. Let me do some erasing here. Okay. All my beautiful work all is gone now. Oh my God. Okay lah. Never mind. What to do? Okay. Look, I erased everything already. Okay. Now, again, I have to do this. This is our ones house. Okay. This is our tens house. And this is our hundreds house. Now, all of you, we're going to start with the hundreds house. So I'm going to give you this number here. This number is 300. Okay. Now I'm going to tell you, divide by 10. What's going to happen?
It will change to 30. It will become smaller.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when I go this way and I'm dividing by 10, okay, I'm going to my right of the number of the place value chart. I'm moving to my right. You know, guys, you know what's right, isn't it? Kanan. This number, when I divide by 10, it's going to move here. It's going to become 30.
Yeah.
Do you understand what's division? You know what's division, isn't it?
Yes. Yes.
Division is sharing equally. Huh?
Ini Zule. Lepas tu kita tulis lepas tu.
Hello. Do you all know you all are being recorded or not? Okay. All right, guys. Let's continue. Okay. Now, 30. I'm going to take 30 and divide by 10. It's always going to be divide by 10. What am I going to get?
3.
3. Again, the number will move. Can you see the number moving? Becoming smaller. Okay. And now at this point, I have 3 wholes. That means I have maybe 3 cakes, 3 apples or whatever. But I have 3. Okay. If I continue dividing, what's going to happen?
You might get a decimal.
Yes, that's why we need a separation, a point to separate and show now that we have divided this number further with another 10 into another 10. Aren't we always going to the left and dividing by 10? So we now call this house as the TENTHS, tens. This literally means it's a fraction. Divide by 10 over 10. Fraction is a division. Over 10 means divide by 10. So question is 3 divide by 10. You will get 3 over 10. Yes or not? You learn this in fraction. But move the 3 here. And how do we write it now? Where? Can we just write 3 like that? No. That is why we put a point, a decimal point to show, hey, this is a small house that's divided into 10 parts. And then we use the 0 to hold the place value. So this is 0.3. And that's 3 over 10. Okay. Now, if I took the same 3 and instead of 10 dividing into 10 parts, I divided this into another 10 parts. This is called dividing into 100 parts. Okay. And we have a house name here. HUNDRED 100 THS. It literally means the number here is divided into 100 parts. Let's say I have a number, it's 4, okay? And then I erase all these, okay, we don't want this, okay? I cannot just say it's 4 because 4 means it's a 4 of the one's house. So how do I show people that this 4 is actually 4 over 100? That's when I must use the 0, and you go all the way to the ones house and put the 0, and don't forget the separation dot, the decimal dot that separates these houses. Now, you can read this number as 0.04, which literally means 4 over 100. This one we have done, many exercises. Remember? Divide into 100 squares and then we color 4. Remember or not? We did all this in our module. So this is the place it comes together. You understand it together. Oh, this is the 0.3 means 3 over 10. This is where it sits in the place value chart. Do you understand now your place value for decimals? Okay. Now there's one more extra thing that you could learn, and that is another house. If I moved it a bit more, I want to go up another house to the right, making it even smaller. Remember, if the left, it can go infinity. You make it smaller also, it can go infinity. This is infinity big numbers. This is infinitely small numbers. Does this happen in real life? Yes. Do you know the size of your COVID virus? Very, very small. How do they measure it? In decimal lah. They will go on with the houses. The computer will calculate. Do you understand? So what do you think is the next house? I'll put in the chat. What do you think the next house is going to be? Sure, Amni. Okay. What do you think? If this is tens, okay, I'll give you a clue. This is tens and it's divided by 10. This is hundreds and it's divided by 100. Very good. I see you have also got the spelling very right. So 2 of you all have given me the answers. What do you think is the name of this third house and how much is it divided with? Shalika, this is ones. Can you see? This is my ones. If I go to the left, I'm going bigger. I'm making the number bigger. If I go to my right, I'm going to make the number smaller. Very good, Ilman. I'm asking what house will come in next here? So 3 of you all got it. The house will be thousands, but THOUSAND, It follows. It follows here. The ones is like the middleman. Then can you see tens and tens like a pair? This is 10 times bigger. This is 10 times smaller. Then you see hundreds, and here also you see hundreds. 100 times bigger. This is divide by 100, 100 times smaller. Then of course, you know the next house here is thousands. So this one will also be thousands, but THS. What's the house after thousands here? It's 10,000, right? So after this will also be 10,000s with the THS at the back. And do you want to see a number like that? Look, 0.0375962. Yes, a number can be so small. This is tens, hundreds, thousand, 10,000, 100,000, million, 10 millions. Smaller, smaller. Look, this is decimal. Does this make sense to you? Of course, nobody's asking you to learn this number lah. Okay? All right. So that's the place value chart for decimals. Now, stop recording.